Shot, I'm dead. Shot, I'm dead. Shot, I'm dead. Shot. Oh my God. Fire.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Titans are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Ravens defense that needs to be ready for it.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On the carry, it's Taliaferro. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lorenzo Taliaferro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Wiggles free. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Mariota now on 2nd down. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. He's still on his feet. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Bootleg, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A red zone first down for Flacco. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Third down, Mariota. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks, had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here's Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. He's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
To me, this isn't even a question. I think that they'll go. When they have a chance to put a dent in the lead, even with a whole second half to play, I think they have to do it. This isn't a risk. This is a necessity.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Play action. Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie from USC, Adoree Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And it's up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They run with Taliaferro. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Taliaferro. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Being chased out left. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now it's Taliaferro. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. This is Taliaferro. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Going up top. A swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. Flacco from the gun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start. as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Davis. So we have reached half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And down inside the 15 he goes. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
This is Henry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Mariota to throw it. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Succop will put this one right through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flacco. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting it into jeopardy right now.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. To the right side, and he's got Maclin. Complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. With it is Jackson.
The way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To pass, Flacco. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Maclin. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right there around the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the rookie from USC, Adoree Jackson, and he is all the way up past the 25. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it again with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now it's Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. From the gun, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Mariota on first down. That one finds the rookie tight end, Jonnu Smith. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Henry. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again to Henry. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Back to throw. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And again this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Flacco to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
I got loyalty, got royalty.